What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I've had a few messages recently asking what lenses I own and use, so in this video we're just going to be going over all the lenses that I have in my collection, and we'll just start off with the one which is on the camera at the moment, and that is the 16-35 2.8 G Master from Sony. Now, it's one that I use for all my videos. I use it for all my landscape stuff, cityscape stuff, any like architecture and look up shots. You know, it gives you a bit of distortion at 16mm, which looks cool for all those kind of shots. I will be using it for a bit more B-roll in the future and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my widest lens at the moment, and that's the one I'm using to film this video. And the next one is the 85 f1.4 from Samyang. This was my first 1.4 lens that I got. It's perfect for beginners. This lens is pretty cheap for the actual quality of the lens. It's not comparative to any of the Sonys or anything like that, but for the price, this lens is unreal. This is just a Series 1. I wouldn't mind using the Series 2, getting my hands on that and testing it out, but you know, this is still pretty fucking sharp for the price. So I'm good with this one for now. And yeah, the next one is the Sigma 35 f1.2. Now, this is one of the overall best lenses for night photography you can get. The 1.2, which means it's perfect for night photography. It's one of the best built lenses out there with the metal build to it. The quality on this thing is unreal. Massive bit of glass up in the front there. The 1.2 aperture is obviously good for night shooting. It still gives you a good bit of depth for doing like portrait shoots and stuff like that. Another perfect lens for portrait as well. This thing just outperforms anything in this focal range. It is pretty heavy, but that's just because of the build quality. It's got the autofocus, manual focus switch. It's got the manual focus, the focus hold button, sorry, and you can de-click your aperture ring so it's nice and smooth, or you got to click to it. The next one is the Sony 24-70. Now, this thing is hands down probably the best focal length for street photography. It is an expensive lens, but I would recommend, if you're a beginner and you just want to get into street photography and you've got the money to spend on this, I would recommend getting one. Obviously 200mm, you can get nice and zoomed in shots without getting too close to people if you're a bit nervous or shy about taking photos of people in the city while you're learning. It's awesome. As I said, I know it's an expensive lens, but you can use it for anything. Isolating subjects while you're doing portrait photography, isolating subjects for landscape. If you're doing, you want to get a shot of like a mountain or something like that, this thing's perfect. You can literally use this for anything. Obviously probably not real estate photography inside, it's obviously not going to be the best, but this is a Series 1. It's heavy compared to the Series 2, but this thing's still so sharp. I don't see any point in upgrading anytime soon. That is one of my favorites. And last one that I've just picked up most recently is the Samyang 135 f1.8. Jesus. This thing, for the price, I got this for $1,100 for a 135 f1.8 is unreal. It is one of Samyang's newer lenses, so the build quality is slightly better than the 85. You've got your extra switches on there. You've got your focal range switch, you've got your manual focus switch, and then you've got your focus hold button, which is programmable. You can program that to whatever you want. This thing is unreal. It's a perfect balance of telephoto and speed, so it gives you some really nice compression and unreal background and foreground blur. You know, this thing is another awesome lens for portrait shoots. You know, you don't have to get too close to people if you're doing city stuff, and the depth that this thing gives you is unreal. Autofocus has improved heaps from the Series 185. Samyang are getting right up there with, you know, performance wise compared to what they used to be. Now, that's all that I've got at the moment, guys. There are plenty of lenses that I want to add to my collection, but we all know you can't just go out and blow your money on heaps of lenses. You got to get the ones which are right for you. I'm going to be doing a review on all these lenses in the future, so let us know down in the comments what ones you'd like to see first, and like what points you'd like me to focus on in those reviews. That's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.